That sounds
Can I go?
awesome.
Bobby cannot go. Sorry, Bobby. Sorry, Jen.
One big question for me before I open it up to your amazing questions. We've heard some tell, Mr. Kripke, that you only wanted to do 5 seasons, but golly, I would be happy with 6 or more. Anybody? Care to comment?
Here's the honest answer. The honest answer is because I have very low self-esteem. I never in my wildest dreams, dreamt that the show would actually go 5 years. And so now that it's actually gone 5 years and it keeps picking up steam, I'm like a little shocked. I mean, the expression I use is it's like, I'm like the chick with the glasses in the teen comedy, and they're like, why do they want to ask me to prom? And I don't quite get it. So, but that having been said, like I'm going to cross that bridge when I get to it. If there's more stories to tell and we're fired up about it, then it's certainly a very real possibility. We're like base camp on Everest. Like we are just finishing the writing of episode 3, and we have 20, and we're breaking episode 6, and we have 22 more, we have then 16 more after that, and I'm just not. I'm just so neck deep in season 5 that we'll just see what happens on season 6.
But just a brief follow-up. This apocalypse Lucifer thing, you're not going to stretch that to another season?
No. I mean, because again, I never dreamt we'd actually go this long. That we do have this 5-year story, and we are in the 5th year of the story, and that we feel we owe it to all of you and all the other fans to not water it down or dilute it or stretch it past this season, but to actually tell the story. One of the things that's been nice about Supernatural is we don't go endless mystery on top of mystery. We're going to end this particular chapter,
right.
And we're going to end it with a bang. But that's not to say that another new chapter can't begin.
Apocalypse 2.
The apocalyptic.
So we will see. I mean, we will see with everything with season 6. Right now, we're just working on having season 5 be as kick-ass as possible.
Do we have some questions from the fans? We would love to hear them. Anybody?
There are no fans here.
Bueller? Oh, hello.
They're like, when's Smallville coming back?
This question's for Jim and Misha. What's it like knowing that your characters are just as important as Jensen and Jared's?
What would that be like? It would be great.
Who are Jensen and Jared?
No, it's nice actually to have a supporting cast like Jared and Jensen. I feel like they really, a lot of people think that they're dispensable and we don't need them anymore, and to an extent that's true. But they're just a great sort of supportive baseline for Jim and I to have to flesh out the stories that everyone really cares about.
They're kind of the pioneers who blazed the trail on the show and aren't really so necessary anymore, but you have to honor their contribution.
Thank you.
Hi. I was wondering if Cass is going to get to help out on any regular or ordinary Monster of the Week type hunts this year, and if so, what the dynamic with that would be like.
Yes. And the dynamic is awkward.
Thank you.
Hi, my name is Devin. My question is for Kripke and the writers. I was just wondering if you always intended to take the series in this direction, Lucifer Rising, Apocalypse, all that, or if you didn't always intend that when you decided to.
And I get this question a lot. I mean, here's the reality, and I'm always accused of being probably too honest. You start these things with like a cocktail napkin sketch of the 5-year plan. I mean, the 5-year plan is a couple pages. It's not much. And it was always driven by the demon side of it. So yes, the progression up the demon ladder, ending with Sam inadvertently going dark side and bringing on the apocalypse, and then having to deal with the apocalypse, and kind of moving up the ladder from Yellow Eyes to Lilith to Lucifer. That's the plan we've been on. You know, the angels, and you can go back and find interviews that I gave where I was like, there will never be angels on this show over my dead body. And, you know, and obviously it's probably one of the coolest parts of the show. And that came from us, I think, in the writer's room, realizing that, like, we had a really cool evil empire, but we didn't have, outside of the few punchers we had, we didn't really have the rebellion. Like, we didn't have, you know, you couldn't have these awesome off-camera battles that sort of lends a real epic feel to the show. And that we felt there was a missing puzzle piece that kind of evolved as we went along, and that's where really the angels came from, and thank God they did, because totally rejuvenated season 4, in no small part to this guy. And Jim too. And so the angels, quite frankly, evolved. That part did evolve as the process, but the part of building up to facing down the devil has, that part at least, that thumbnail has kind of always been around since the beginning.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Question is for Eric. In episode 4, you said you teased about looking into the future. I want to know how you're going to address the themes of destiny and whether or not can be changed. Like, is it going to be like whatever happened, or can you change the future?
I actually want to throw that to the writer of the episode.
That's a good question. That's but actually I think that's really the question of the episode. I think we went into that process. That destiny is one of the key themes of the show, you know, and going 5 years into the future. This is a time travel story, so it has like a couple of mind-bending loop things going on, and the entire question of can you avoid it is really, can you avoid what you already know is going to happen? Can you change the outcome of the future by the choices you make? That's actually, it won't be a satisfactory answer now, because that's actually what the episode's about.
An excellent